Warlock Ogre. Hey, I like this. I'm locking for this. You can't stop me. You can't stop me at all. I don't know. We needed to kind of like scale down on our passives and go into team fight ults at that point of the game. We had enough time that we might have been able to do it. I just don't know if it would have made a difference. Like, that's the thing. Like, if we get a level 2, we could have gotten a level 2 Kunkka. We could have gotten a level 2 Enigma, maybe. I mean, we looked for it and we just didn't find it, so maybe not. Level 2 Kunkka, level 2 Enigma, and then like maybe try to... I mean, our positioning can help a tiny bit, not too much. There. That's kind of the whole point of corner boxing, is that your opponent's positioning doesn't matter that much. Do you know your win rate? Is that a stat that this game tracks? Okay, these are really bad items. We got like almost the worst items possible. I guess I'll take Soul Sucking Siphon. I guess it's better than Cloak. I don't know. This does not seem good. It does not seem good in Bloodbound, right? I mean, I'm not really dealing magic damage in Bloodbound, am I? Exactly 40 damage? Wait, was it exactly 40? Dude, if that was exactly 40, that's really pog. I tried Bloodbound with Trolls earlier, didn't quite pull it off. Bloodbound with Trolls almost has to be bad. Attack speed is kind of a trap. Their board is too committed. The warrior, the curving it to warrior has actually worked out well for us. I think that's probably the best thing to do. I think Drow is a trap, so it's like Pudge, Kunkka, and then another warrior. I swear to God, these are actually like getting to me. I guess I'm picking up a Cloak. So we actually have been forced into Soul Sucking Siphon and Cloak. Like, super unironically. Jesus. So Cloak is really bad. I want to point that out. It's not good. Psst. When are they going to get rid of this psst sound? They need, like... I mean, the problem is, if it's not triggering, it's not going to help people remind themselves to put a unit in. They need to, like, just make something, like... Something that just, like, flashes. I guess. I'm pretty sure Trolls is just a trap. You don't like Trolls in this game? Trolls seem pretty good. I don't see why Trolls wouldn't be good. And then a Claymore. Okay, these are the worst three. These are the worst 3 first items I've ever seen. This is actually crazy. We're forced into Soul Sucking Siphon, which is almost unusable in this build, I think, in most builds. Cloak, which is straight up the worst stat item, and Claymore, which is pickable, but it is pretty much the worst stat item that doesn't have to do with magic. It's like, yeah, it's the second worst stat item, except for Cloak. This is just garbage. This is not good, guys. We'll try this. We're actually adjacent to a few things here. We got a decent orc start. Unfortunately, we can't really bank on... Oh, Bloodseeker's coming in hot. So different assassins have different ways of moving, right? Like, Bloodseeker runs up really fast to the back row. Shadow King, like, bro strikes with an animation. Bounty Hunter blinks. I guess a lot of things blink. But that actually does matter. It's not just cosmetic. Because, like, Bounty starts attacking faster than, like, Bloodseeker or Sand King. Yo. Did I say Shadow King? This is not good. Got the 2 things we sold out of. We're so close to outs. I'm tempted to roll here, guys. When I say we're close to outs, we're not actually that close. It's like, leveling has to be better. We can't be rolling. Like, putting in a second Beastmaster 1, picking up Orc buff is actually pretty good here. So Bloodseeker, it looks like Bloodseeker can run through units to get to the backline. Right? When he runs through, he's got like phase boots or something. I guess I'll just pick something random. Shouldn't really matter. I mean, we're okay in orcs. I don't know. If we do get an orc buff on round 10, this is a crazy game for an orc buff. Should be like the Dota 2 meep meep. Yeah, that would work. Juggernaut. Juggernaut's okay here. Dude, I wanted to do a Bloodbound thing, but now we have like no choice but to put in Juggernaut and the third warrior. We actually have literally no choice but to have our board be exactly this. Which means the damage item wants to be on who has the fastest attack speed. If my memory serves, Beastmaster and Juggernaut are tied for attack speed. 9.1 and 9.1, yeah. And then Axe is slow as shit. Tiny's even slower somehow. Claymore is a little bit better on Beastmaster as opposed to Juggernaut, I would say. Looks like we're just not really in Ogre Warlock this game. As much as I want to be. This looks kind of orky. The problem with orcs is, like, if you don't find the perk, orcs are really bad. Well, I shouldn't say really bad. They're kind of, like, supplemental to certain strategies. I mean, if I find the perk on 10, we win. It's another ogre. And I'm not hitting this interest point, so I think I just want Lycan to pair up here. And Lycan also has the same attack speed as these, right? Yep, they all have the same attack speed. So Lycan's at 750, there's at 600, but he's got the orc buff. So I do think the best thing is to have my damage item on someone with the orc buff. Lycan actually gains HP with his spell, though. Who's more survivable for the damage item? 30% max health or orc buff, which is 200. Oh, I guess Lycan's actually the most survivable. I guess Lycan should probably be the one with the damage item. It would be interesting if wolves actually counted as savage for buff purposes. So like if halfway through the round, if you have like 5 beasts, then when it summons wolves, it beasts up. That would be kind of interesting. Don't really know what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to keep orcs open in case we get it on 10. I mean, it looks like the Bloodbound Dream is dead here, guys. It's just like, it's kind of too late. We actually have a board that does other thing. So what are orcs adjacent to? I mean, in the normal game, it's like hunters and mages are kind of the two things. Which is kind of funny, because 2 of the orcs are warriors. But the problem is warriors is just like a 3 of. Like, it's not really something you want primarily. Especially when you combine it with orcs. It's just 2 defensive tribes is not good. I mean, unless I get Bloodbound like really soon, I can't stay in this stream. And it's fine, because it's something I can force a lot, so I don't really need to like go out of my way to force it. It's like, it's a really forceable tribe. I want to hit this interest point here. If we sell the Bloodbound, and then if I end up winning this, naturally we will hit this interest points. I don't think I want anything here. If we knew we had the orc passive, I would totally sell here for it. I think we've got pretty good odds at winning this round. We could also... We could pump and put Lycan in. I don't know, it's so weird now. Because now it's like I have to bank on winning this to even get my interest points, to make it even worth it to not pump and put Lycan in. Which is like something that in the old game wouldn't have made sense. We do have a good board. It's like, it's okay. It's very orky. We got a level 2. We got the warrior buff. Waveform's got me. No way Waveform doesn't have me. Yeah. So now it's like, I missed the interest points. Oh, one hit! Oh no! Okay, I think it would have taken 2 anyway. But yeah, we don't have the interest point. So now it's like, okay, why didn't I pump and put in Lycan? And I guess like, I needed to here, just because like, I can't sell up to this, which feels bad. Around 10. And I think we just have to chill here. Can we beat Mud Golems if we do this? I don't actually think we can. Because if we get Orcs, because Orcs is retroactive, if we're beating Mud Golems, no matter what, we should use this with Orcs. And funnily enough, this is actually proper to do in every comp. In every comp that has any amount of Orcs, if you beat like a creep round, you should put in as many Orcs as you can. Because if you get the perk, at any time, you want extra kills on your Orcs. I can't actually stress enough how much early HP is completely crazy. The orc buff is actually completely nuts if you get it early enough. I mean, we don't need to get it that early. I mean, we kind of do. If you don't get it by 15, it's... I mean, it's not like you wouldn't pick it later if you still have orcs, but it's just not what you want. So Blightstone is probably better than Gloves of Haste. Maybe on Tiny there's a consideration for Gloves of Haste. But normally you choose the Blightstone there. I don't know, dude. I'm kind of econing without a purpose here. And that's, I think, not really a good place to be in. I tried to keep myself open to, like, orcs or beasts. Or hunters. I could be a little more open to hunters, I guess. I could be open to mages. Orcs, beasts, hunters, mages are kind of the 4 paths forward. I really think warriors aren't really their own thing. I mean, they're supplemental now. You can... Warriors are kind of like warlocks, where it's like you can run a few warriors. Sometimes for a while you can have 6, but it's not really like a late game thing you should go for. If we're not thinking about beasts, selling this for another tiny isn't bad. It's probably worth doing. If we start getting... I think 4 tinies on 11 isn't quite like Tiny 3 Dream potential, but if we get it soon, we will have it. And I think because we're lose streaking anyway, we happen to be on this lose streak, I think we do want to just keep playing for these interest points. So now I don't even know what to do. If I want this interest point and the lose streak, I should sell Lycan and Tusk. Eliminating Beasts is a viable curve, which is really bad. I need to keep Beasts open. I think Beasts are literally what I want to go. In most likelihood, what I want to actually go. So it's kind of insane to think about selling them here. So we just have to skip this interest point. I could just have like them instead of my board right now. Like I could replace 2 Beastmasters with Lycan and Tusk. I could have done that a while ago. There's a good chance it's better. We want to keep this lose streak up, I guess, right now though. No. I think we lost this actually. Yeah, we lost. Maybe... Oop, no, Toss got it. Okay, this is fine. I don't really mind this. I wasn't super committed for the lose streak. I think it technically would have been better to lose that. Lose streak wasn't even that good though. It was okay. Might have been a bit of a misclick. Should have put this in faster. I mean, I could actually go 4 Primordials. That could actually be a path forward. Let me see how much is melee. I've seen a lot of people run melees here. It does kind of suck because the literal best thing in the entire game right now is Hunters. But I mean, that's a pack that gives us another option. Honestly, if we get the Primordial buff on 15, I think we're good. This is kind of how auto chess works a bit. I would say it's important to when you're winning. If you have a good early game, you can commit to a build earlier. Like if you get like a bunch of 2 stars in the early game and you're winning, it's like, okay, let's start selling for interest, not playing for bench because we know what we're gonna do. But when you're losing, you kind of want to keep as many options open as possible, more so. Because in this case, it's a bit more like, you know, I want to, you know, see what round 15 gives me. If it gives me beasts, I'm ready. If it gives me orcs, I'm ready. If it gives me primordials, I'm ready. If it doesn't give me primordials, but a lot of people in the lobby happen to be on primordials, I'm also ready. Or on melee units, I guess. This guy's hunters. It looks like there's an above average amount of melee units here. I guess. I don't know. I'm not sure how good 4 primordials is. Probably would have been worth it to put it in for this fight already. That's okay. LFX being squares feel weird. I think it feels less weird than normal auto chess. Every time you stream, the camera's in a different place. Yeah, I'm I'm trying it out. Well, okay, it's not my fault. Listen. Okay, they changed the UI. My cam in the upper left, I used to like that, but now the shop's up there, so I can't do that. No. It's no good. It wasn't my fault. BM2 over Juggernaut. Primordials in over these. So now it's like Primordial Town. Suddenly this happens. So now I've got the 2 warriors. Yeah, we can lock in for 4D gold interest. I want to keep too many options open. So if we were beating these either way, we should have put all the orcs in, like I just mentioned before. I guess I was kind of scared of losing to wolves, but I don't know why. I have a bunch of 2 stars. That's good enough to beat them. So if I get the orc buff, I've lost a bit of health by having primordials in. That's okay. Okay, primordial buff, orc buff, beast buff, not warrior buff. I will refuse to click on the warrior buff. If I see warrior and 2 boots, I'll take it. Font of creation. I don't give a shit. Let's do it. I don't care, dude. Font of creation it is. We're deep in primordials. I've never done this before. How good is it? Okay, I haven't even read this goddamn thing. Let me read it. Hang on. Font of creation. Primordial units spawn eidolons on death. Eidolons are weak primordial units that don't spawn eidolons. So I want more teenies. So we're deep in primordials. Like super deep. I think I need... something like this is fine. It's just like all primordials. Okay, so on death... Isn't this also shit? Wait, why would I want this? This is garbage. I'm never... Oh, God damn it. This is literally like the warrior one. Right? Put item on Arc Warden. Yeah, the Claymore should go on Arc Warden. This is so bad. Like, what is this? Why would anyone build this? God damn it. Debated again. Holy shit. This is actually like the worst one. This is like worse than Shaman tag. Jesus Christ. Well, at least I can say I tried it. I did need to try it once, and now I have tried it. You know, that's all that matters, right? So I do kind of want to pair up warriors on the board. I think warriors are going to be more important than anything else. So Juggernaut pairing warriors and orcs is obviously the natural choice. I guess I want my primordial units to die fast because they spawn eidolons? I don't know. I have no idea. This doesn't make any goddamn sense. Why do I want... It's like a warrior thing. The thing is, like buffs that only start doing things after your units start dying are like the worst ones. That's why warriors is bad. That's why primordials is bad. Like waiting until your units to die for your board to start making sense is the opposite of what you want to do. You want to make your units. You want to make your units on your board make sense so that they end up not dying. What? Eidolons level up too, right? Like bigger Eidolons for bigger units? I don't know. I'm not really paying attention. There's no way it's good though, even if that's the case. Eidolons spark from Arc Warden illusions. You got me. So what are primordials even adjacent to? I need to complete warriors for sure. I need to complete shaman actually. I should complete shaman. I should get a disruptor. So disruptor and warriors basically is kind of what I'm thinking. Necrophos is just kind of like good. It's just kind of always good. I feel pretty out of works. To be perfectly honest though, if I get the orc buff on 20, I'm just gonna screw this primordial thing. So I kind of want to leave it open. I know I can't like leave it open this entire time. However, I didn't realize this primordial thing was so goddamn bad before clicking on it. Now I know it's bad, I see no reason to try to force it for the rest of the game. Nice job, Eidolons. Oh, here we go. Big Eidolon coming in. Oh, no. Oh. Why would they make this? Like, Primordials isn't even like a main comp. Why would you give it a tribal and then make it like the worst tribal in the game? What were the other item choices? I don't even know. I just clicked on this because I've never tried it and I was like, oh, that could be good. Disruptor is actually good here. It's like, it's an orc. Orcs Primordials? Huh? Huh? That should make sense, right? Okay, we're loose streaking. That's fine. I think we kind of always have to pick Kunkka if we see it, though. It's like, it seems to be impossible to not pick Kunkka. One-star Eidolons are so bad. I mean, they don't level up, right? Even when you're tiny... My tiny 2-stars are dying and they're dropping one-star Eidolons. Holy shit. This is like... I think this is a good example of, like, why the warrior perk is bad. It's like kind of the same thing. It's like when your units die, you get a little bit of extra DPS, which is kind of the same idea, and that concept is really bad. Okay. Orcs Primordials, let's go. If I get the orc perk, I can do both perks. God damn it. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. If I get the orc perk, we're salvaged, right? In theory, I should be putting more orcs on this board. Just in case I get the orc perk, I get more health from these. Orcs Primordials is like the worst combination too. It's like everything is defensive. Except for my Eidolons. When my Primordials die, we go off. Speaking of things existing, why does Retaliate exist? Oops, I literally misclicked. Oh shit, that's kind of a problem. Well, this comp is bad. I think it's unsalvageably bad. You guys ever catch yourself wondering like why you make certain life decisions? It's like an abusive relationship. It's like you keep coming back. It's like, why do I do this to myself? Oh, Eidolons are going off! Oh, yeah, kill the drought! Oh, she's dead! Oh, it's 30! It's hitting for 50! It's 45! Go, Eidolon! Get him! What the fuck? Well, at the very least, you know, we can show DPS and tab. Yeah, I'll show DPS and tab. You're right. I should show DPS and tab. Kunkka's not even like that good in this build because I don't have any damage. Oh, more. I think you just need more Eidolons. Are the Eidolons actually bigger at bigger stars? I mean, we get the Shaman bonus online. We're sheeping something at the start of fights. Okay, we're still losing, guys. Maybe there's just a lot of hunters in this lobby. Yeah, I'm not doing this ever again. That's good. Swim in my game Pog. Yeah, I mean, this doesn't count, dude. This does not count. It's not fair. Oh, Arc Warden. I should use hotkeys. I don't know what's wrong with me. It looks like I'm about to exit this game aggressively. Like, it looks like we're losing to literally every board. And, like, my positioning could be, like, moderately improved. I don't know. Like, everything on my board is kind of a tank anyway. I guess, like, my Razor and my Arc Warden can be slightly in back. I'm still going to lose to everything, though. I don't even care at this point. Kill me. End me. That's the worst shit. What the fuck? That was so bad. Why interested? Just because I want to die.